got the same challenge of getting by those two cars.
Oh, and he tapped it! Cold! He put the Porsche in the fence. He hit him from behind. Van Gisbergen contact from behind. So he'll serve that penalty. You'd think you'd die.
Oh, it's off!
He's off! He's out!
Gisbergen's gone off, coming down the hill. This is the end of second place for the 22 car. Shoot!
I was about to ask the question, when do you tell Shane Van Gisbergen he's got that penalty?
Maro Engels' reaction says it all. And that says it all from a Ferrari. They can't believe it. And I feel for Craig Lowndes because he's a bit conflicted because SVG is a teammate. The driver moving around. Let's have a look. That's the WRT. Yeah, that's the leader going through, and Whincup goes through as well, and Crunch. Where does the Merc come in? Comes in afterwards.
Wait.
Oh, wow, that was close.
Just wait, the Merc's going to nail the door.
Oh, no.
Straight in. That is, fortunately, a left-hand drive car, so the driver on the far side from this secondary impact. Two cars losing it almost in synchronization at the top of the mountain. The Mark V8 and the Superbarn Audi, and then the agonizing lid. Oh, that's a bad noise.
And more incidents up at the top of the mountain. Just, I think, a bit of dust thrown up this time. Oh, there's people running down. No, it's gone off. Whatever car it is, it's gone off, and the crowd's even trying to slow people down. It's been a huge incident for the Scandia Mark cars too. Oh my goodness, that's the 26 car, the 26th position car out on the circuit, and that's Tyler Everingham in the Mark II cars, number 92. And is that second car involved?
That's the Ben Motorsport Park entry that's gone in as well. Car 777 running in the Pro-Am class. Sam Sheehan is shown as being behind the wheel. Red flag conditions, lots of debris at the top of the mountain. That's been a very, very big accident. Young Tyler Everingham behind the wheel of car 92 was third in class at the time of that, and there's an errant wheel floating down the mountain as well. And was the 19, the GT4 car, Dirk Miller behind the wheel, was he caught up in that? Or is he just stopped
I think
to
he's
render
just
assistance?
stopped.
Yeah.
I think he's just stopped, and great teamwork to get the driver out of the Bend Motorsport Park car, making sure that everything is unfastened. There's drinks bottles and comms devices, and yeah, what great camaraderie there.
I think that's Dirk Muller.
It is.
Out of the 19.
It is. He's out. He stopped and got out. He must have seen how big that was, and he's looking at that Mercedes and making sure. Do you know what?
Yeah.
He's making sure that's turned off because the driver's probably had his bell rung a little bit. It's the same point of the circuit, guys, that's been the danger area and been the action area.
So 777 in front. Oh, there's contact from behind, and it's fired it across to driver's right. That's an enormous impact into a hard concrete wall. So Everingham's been caught up as collateral damage in that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Man,
it was the lightest of touches from the Lamborghini. The red and white concentric circle colours on that car make it very easy to spot, going back to the old M1 Pro car days. So what happened further on, and who was caught up in that?
Oh, man.
That, no wonder Dirk Muller stopped. That was a huge, huge incident.
That's Everingham.
That's Everingham. Yep. So that's occurred afterwards in collateral damage. I'd suggest getting out of the way. Wall, off the wall, in the wall.
Oh, again.
At the top of the mountain.
Spot.
It's big. It's a bit further around. That's just on the entry to McPhillamy Park, so it's missed the gravel trap. It's a big crash, though. Already some debris. And through the dust cloud, we can't see who it is. It's the Aston Martin 62.
Yeah.
And it's gone in big. That is a massive crash for R Motorsport.
And once again, we've got drivers stopping next to the car. That has been a huge incident. The red flags are out. There's steam coming out There's a thumbs up from the first of the marshals to get there, and that's great stuff. The door is off its hinges, and it's the...
Out of the Honda.
Out of the Honda.
It's Marvin Kirchhoffer behind the wheel. He was driving in the practice session earlier on.
So that's Renger van der Zande, I reckon.
I thought that was Renger's helmet.
Yeah.
The very yellow. Kirchhoffer out of the car, steps out of what is left of the car. We've got a suicide door.
Yeah.
We've got a suicide door, effectively.
Because it's still
the wrong way.
latched, and the hinges have gone. So that's how
He's walking away.
Kirchhoffer's got out. But testament to how strong these cars are. That's just absolutely phenomenal.
So
I kind of don't want to watch this next bit.
Take a deep breath, everybody. He's absolutely committed. He hits the wall, first of all, on the right-hand side, and that breaks the steering. And from that moment on, Kirchhoffer is a passenger, gets airborne and almost does roll over.
Went over.
I think that went over, Krilsey, yeah. I think that's gone over. It almost went over front over back, but then actually did roll laterally. It's quite a big hit on the right front at the metal grate.
that's what did the damage.
Yeah, he's got no steering.
Whether it broke anything or not there is probably irrelevant, because the car was massively unloaded at that point, and it's just fired it off the road. That contacted the metal grate, so it's backed in hard. It swung the car around. Look at the rear screen bouncing up into the power lines.
Yeah, wheels going all over the place.
Debris fencing doing its job, which is only a recent installation up there a couple of years ago. And then check this out. It'll ride the fence, Tony Hawk skateboarding style.
Almost going over.
This is the point where it tips.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of motor racing at Mount Panorama, and I've never seen that there before. That is a ginormous impact. And once again, the driver walks away.
Oh,
Whoa.
top of the mountain. Oh, it's the Aston 188 that's hard in the wall. Come Ledegaard behind the wheel. Oh, that's done. That's been a huge incident. We're going to see the intervention of the Mercedes AMG safety car for this one right across the track.
Incident, turn over, incident.
It's the voice of race director James Taylor in Motorsport Australia Race Control.
Safety car boards and flag.
Confirming safety car, and that's our first an hour and 26 minutes into the race. And Com Ledegaard, the Frenchman, who's been here before in a McLaren, he was a former factory driver for that team, has jumped out of that car under his own power. The question for mine is, where did that accident start? Because it's finished on the road down at the Dipper, but there's quite a telltale of where that car's been in the fence.
Com Ledegaard out of the car under his own steam. Extensive left-hand side and rear damage to the Aston. He's come across Skyline, and has he lost it at Skyline?
Oh, too
much curb at Skyline, and hits hard.
Oh, man.
The right-hand side of that car. There was two big, horrible thuds as he came through. Fortunately, on the passenger side, back and middle of the car.
Good driving from the team car to avoid that, and the team would have been told instantly what went on. This at full speed. Have a listen.
I hear that sound.
That was Andrew Watson stamping on the anchors and just about able to squeeze by that stricken sister car, as I say. But, well, all three Astons have been running together, as we mentioned.
Top of the mountain.
We've seen this scene before this weekend. A big dust storm. Where's the car that's stranded in it? And it's gone in big time. It's one of the Audis.
They were having a battle together, the two and the 22. Oh, my goodness me. What's happened up there? Garth Tander has had an enormous impact at the top of the mountain, and the front left wheel has been ripped off. The AMG safety car already scrambled. Huge dust storm up there. It has been super dry around these parts. Clear skies at the moment here, and for the third time of asking, we are under full course yellow.
And if you're wondering why the officials aren't instantly running out to Garth, it's because they need to wait for a clear call from race control to get to it, because the track is still hot. Even though they're under yellow and cars are slowing down, it's a blind corner, And even as they get out of the pace, everyone's still going very, very quickly. Garth moving about in the cockpit, and now they're going to attend to him. And the whole top 10 is barreling into pit lane to take account of this safety car, all by one at this point.
Which is another team car. Luke, Mathieu Turi, I knew I was going to call him that, has gone through in the 222. Maxim Sealer.
Both of their Porsches, Thomas Preuning came in as well. It's great to see Garth Tander out of the car. The Race Solutions medical team will go and look after him.
Oh,
just run wide.
Aero wash from behind the Porsche.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was going up the inside. The team car's made an error. Garth's gone up the inside and lost control of the car.
That's what confused me, because we saw Dries Vanthoor sneak through on the inside a few minutes ago.
Here it is.
So on board with Garth now. Watch the car in front. Wide through there. Oh, and there's no grip at all.
Oh, man. It's shaking the mirror off the windscreen. Such a big hit.
I just have a listen to this in real time. I just think Dries maybe got a little bit of push, a little bit of aero-induced understeer. He's really close to the back of that Porsche. He drifted out and had to try and get the car back on the brakes. That put him in the wrong side of the track.
We don't want to repeat what we saw from qualifying 2020-wise, where cars it was the slick as I've ever seen Mount Panorama.
With that minimum rest rule of 1 hour and the 32-lap limit, that's almost... Oh, big one with the BMW across the cutting.
Up into the fence hard and almost over it too. One of the key contending cars, it's Charles Weerts, has had a very large accident on the run-up to the Audi Sport cutting.
It's going to be a safety car immediately for that.
Everyone's going to pit. They're right on the window. The Ginetta's got damage to the right front corner. It's Dries Vanthoor, who was so good in this car early on today. They have been electrifying all weekend. Pole position for Sheldon van der Linde. Only driver into the ones in the Pirelli shootout yesterday afternoon. Lifted the Alan Simonson pole award. Was pleased with it, but said tomorrow's the money day. Tomorrow's the day that counts. And 4 hours and 50 minutes into the race, their day is done.
That shows how close they were to a pit stop. So Weerts trying to go around the outside of the Ginetta and absolutely right on top of the wall.
That's a low percentage move there, even on a GT4 car.
Here we go.
He's got to make a decision.
There's nowhere.
Where's Colin going to go?
Yeah.
Colin's up against the wall on the left.
Yeah.
Unless Scotty beams him up, that Ginetta isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the Ginetta had signalled its intentions. It was staying to the inside, but just the smallest of contacts tripped the BMW up, and so lucky it just rid the top of the concrete fence and not up and over. We've seen that in that part of the racetrack in the past.